Okay, it shut off on me. So I think that I have reached the limit. Whatever that time was is at the maximum that I can put onto one of these things. So the last part that I was suggesting is I went and I put a little bit of a, there's a little bit of a lip at the top of the Tardis, and I'm putting a little bit of lip right over there. And I'm going to go and I'm just going to blend in a little bit more color with this. Not that much. But as I said, acrylic is forgiving, so I'm going to add a little bit of blue on top of it and just make it go away. Okay, but you can see that there's a little bit of flavor there, and we're just about done. Okay, so we add a little bit of that. Okay, so there's your Tardis. You can put a picture in there and you can see it. I got all this paint, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, on top of this, slap a little bit more because I want people to feel that texture when this dries. I'm also looking for areas of the canvas that don't have any paint on it. Make sure I get some kind of paint, even if it's just white. So I'm adding that right on there. You can see it's going on really thick, and people are going to be able to go and touch it and be like, oh, that's so cool. Okay, and I'm going to get the sides, but it's kind of boring doing the sides. So I'm just going to make sure. Okay, so I got the sides here. Come around to this side. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just continuing. It's not as important to make sure that the sides have as much detail. Not as many people are going to look at the sides, but once again, so you don't have to pay for an expensive frame, you want to do it. And yeah, I'll show you in a second what I just did here. Okay, so what I did was I put a little bit of paint on the top, continue the pattern that we had going on. This will help make the painting pop out if anybody's looking at it. Down here I'm almost out of yellow, but I got enough yellow to kind of come through and do this down here. And I'll get the bottom later, but I just want to do enough so you can see it. And then once you're done, most important thing to do is to sign your artwork. But right before I'm done with it, let me throw. I got a lot of red on here, and it's really clumpy, so that's going to be really awesome. So I'm going to throw some clumpy red on here. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so I got a little bit of clumpy red. And let me add a little bit of white to it. And a little bit of yellow, make it orange. Okay, so there we go. So now to sign your artwork, that's what you do when you say, I'm done, and you kind of make it your own. And the big thing is, where do you sign it? Well, I usually like to sign it in one of the corners. Now I kind of choose the corner that doesn't have a lot going on to help balance it out, because your signature is going to draw the attention of people and they're going to look at it. So you want to make sure that it doesn't make your painting too heavy on one side or the other. So I'm going to go down in this corner. Now what color am I going to make it? If I do it yellow, it's going to get lost. If I do green, it's going to get lost. If I do red, it's going to get lost too, because all those colors are here. But if I do blue, it'll stand out. And so I'm going to use blue. I'm not going to use black, because even though black would stand out, I didn't use black anywhere else on this painting. So it would kind of look weird if I did black and I didn't do it anywhere else. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of blue. So I put a little blue. And the way that I sign my artwork, actually got it, I think, from my 7th or 8th grade teacher. But I do a little combination of my first initial and last initial. So I kind of make a little H, and then I'll kind of loop the first part of the H around into an R. So it's kind of like an R plus an H combined, and that's how I sign my artwork. You see we did this little blue, so this blue matches this, and it kind of balances it all out. So if you want to do your initials, you could do your initials. If you want to sign your artwork, you could sign it. But you don't really want to get much bigger than that right there. That's probably about as big as you want to go. So that was it. Thanks for watching. Hope you had a great time. You can find my stuff up on Etsy. I have a lot of my artwork up there, and some of this is going to be for sale. I got a couple shows coming up, and I may actually put this up on Etsy. So if you want this one specific, let me know. Wait, I lied. We're not done yet. I just saw I have no sun. There's no sun. And now there's the sun. Look at that. It's low green, but that's okay. And I'll put some white on it. Okay. Woo! Look at that. I almost finished this with no sun. So the last thing that you do is your signature. The last thing you do is you add the sun, because it'd be kind of dark if you didn't have one, right? Okay. Well, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Take care.